See you there, Chef Jim here in the kitchen, cooking up tonight. We're cooking up some chicken Alfredo with some stuffed mushrooms. It's gonna be really exciting. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna do it all within an hour. I'm just finishing up getting all my ingredients kind of laid away. I thought I had some oregano, thought I had some Italian seasoning, but it's looking like someone went and absconded with yeah. Word of the day calendar, folks. Someone absconded with my mixture. And now I don't know where any oregano might be or even Italian flavoring. So instead, I am going to end up having to use this dash, which didn't see that one coming. Didn't see having to use dash as a replacement for Italian seasoning on my list of things to start. Or accent. I can't really smell right now, but I'm going to use some dash, I think. That's cumin, curry, marjoram, dill seed, zesty lemon. I'm going to use some dash, I guess. Which, that definitely smells like it could replace some Italian seasoning. So I think I have everything right here for what I'm going to need. I got all my ingredients. Now I just need to get my pots and pans. But for the stuffed mushrooms, I got the mushrooms right here. I have some breadcrumbs. I have some Parmesan cheese for the whole shebang. I got some garlic powder. I have some onion salt. I have some parsley. I'm going to be using that for a decent amount of it. I have my heavy whipping cream for the Alfredo sauce. I have my unsalted butter. I have my cream cheese. I have my minced garlic. I have more on standby in case I need it. I have my fettuccine. I have my olive oil, of course. I have my chicken breast right here. Throw away the bag. Don't want that chicken feel all over them. And now it's just time to get the pots and the pans. So let me grab the pot real quick down here. I'm going to make the sauce in this bad boy. Pasta, in this bad boy. So that's going to go there. Now for the baking sheet, I'll be right back. Stay down. Baking sheet for the mushrooms. Now we just need a pan for the chicken and the sauce, I believe. I think I make the sauce in a pan for the sauce. Instructions: make the noodles, make the chicken, make the sauce in the same pan. Oh, so after I do the chicken, I make the sauce. Ah. Okay. We're going to be going off a recipe here. So this is the first one I'm actually going to be using a recipe for. So I'm going to preheat the oven, and then we're going to start this cooking whole shebang of noodles. So let me see what I need to preheat the oven for the mushrooms. Okay, 400 degrees. Bake at 400. Okay, medium scale over medium heat, melt the butter, add chopped mushroom stems, and cook until most of the moisture is out. 5 minutes. Add garlic and cook until fragrant. 1 minute, in a large bowl, mix together mushroom stem, mixture. So I gotta take the stems out of the mushrooms. Okay. I'll make it work. We're gonna make it work, folks. Let me get the timer ready to go. Got my clock. Let me set my 1 hour timer. This is gonna be fun. And here we go. Okay, 1 hour in, so let me get the mushrooms ready first. Boom, 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 boom. I need to get a bowl to mix things in. I'm not going to use that bowl. I'll use one of these bowls. Stems out. Oh, fuck. Well, that's trash. I'll get these eventually. Stem. There's one. I'm going to try and do 3. 4. Let's keep an even number. 2. 3, and 4. So what does it say here in the recipe? Medium scale, preheat, medium scale, medium heat, chopped mushroom stems. So I got to chop these up, and then add garlic, cook until fragrant, add breadcrumbs, and then season with salt and pepper, and then mix everything together. Parmesan, cream cheese, parsley, and thyme. Season with salt, fill the mushrooms. Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna get a pan ready. Got my pan right here. Let's heat that up medium heat with some butter. I'm going to heat that up with some olive oil, but while I'm doing that, I'm going to cut up these stems. Time to cut up the stems, folks. Get these out of the way. That's just more in the way. Time to cut these stems up, boy. Gotta cut them up nice and fine. Make a little mush out of it. Oh, have our first guest in here in the stream. We got one Scott Bowser, host, I believe, of the Zed Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. How you doing, bud?
How you doing, Jim? Dude, I'm chilling.
I'm doing pretty good. This is probably the most adventurous one I've done. I'm trying to tackle 2 different meals in an hour. I'm doing stuffed mushrooms with chicken Alfredo, so we'll see how it goes.
Oh, man, I love me some stuffed mushrooms. What are you stuffing it with there?
I got the mushroom stem right here. I got some minced garlic. I have some breadcrumbs, and I'm going to just do some some parsley, some dash seasoning, and then I'm going to have that all mixed together with some cream cheese and some butter.
I want to I was just telling my girlfriend how much I love crab stuffed mushrooms, and I want to do a round of that for us one of these days.
Oh, that would be awesome. I don't really have any crab out here, and I didn't want to use imitation crab.
Yeah, no, yeah. It's you'd be surprised in Vegas here how much good seafood we get.
Well, you're close enough where you can kind of ship it in from the coast.
Well, I found out that Vegas gets it before the actual California stores do.
That's impressive.
Yeah, because there's such a high demand, and like with all the casinos bringing in so much business, it trickles down to our local grocery stores and stuff.
Oh, that's pretty badass.
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, I can't complain, dude. I got a pretty sweet life. I showed you the recliner that's being delivered tomorrow, and so
yeah. So for those of you who don't know, that recliner looks fucking sick.
Yeah, it's amazing. And like I went to this place, and it's a huge like appliance and furniture warehouse kind of place, right? But they had a clearance area in the back, and it was also Memorial Day weekend sale. So I got what, if I was like comparing it to the stuff that they had on the regular floor, it was like a $1,500 recliner for $340.
That's a hell of a deal, sir.
Yeah,
I mean, you want to like get good deals.
Yeah. I'm a big deal hunter. Like I use everything. Like I use the right credit card to get the right bonus cash points on it. Everything and I already paid it off, so it's just like a little extra discount now. Kind of like, I really try and work it.
That's a smart move. I need to get more into deals. So I just got the Get Upside app or whatever. It like gives you cash back on gas. And since I don't pay for gas for my company vehicle, I just use that and I get free money basically.
Oh, that's a hell of a good.
Plus all the gas station rewards, because I go where I'm at, we have Casey's, and Casey's crazy gas station rewards.
Okay. I just signed up to be a blood donor for the special plasma thing, and I get $900 if I do the proper amount of donations the next 30 days. It's gonna be a fun little thing. Yeah. That's going straight into my stable over at Zed Run, like.
Oh, as it should. So, what do you think? Did you watch any of the USFL game tonight?
Yeah. I watched the whole thing. Yeah.
What is the Kirby Wilson's not making it to year 2?
No, and I don't like the PR machine in the league here trying to make him look good by like refusing to criticize him. Cause like it like honestly, announcers should hold coaches to the fire. That's why you're in the booth and they're on the sideline.
That might just be like an NBC USA thing where they're just trying to be too nice. Because I like Joel Klatt for Fox.
I mean,
has been going in on people.
You know what? That makes a lot of sense though, because Fox technically owns the league.
Like Fox doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, I mean Rupert Murdoch owns the whole league right now. So I mean, it's like, yeah, that adds up. But like, dude, okay. First off, like, I messaged you about this during the game, but it was like, dude, the announcers were seriously at one point like, Emmitt Smith, the all-time rushing leader, spent the first 13 years of his 15-year career in Dallas, but his final 2 years in Arizona were with Kirby Wilson. And he says Kirby taught him to see much bigger vision in the game and all. And I'm like, are they really I had to message you and Colby, like, because I knew you guys were watching. It's like, dude, are they really trying to make it seem like this guy made Emmitt Smith better in the last 2 years of his, where he was already the all-time? He beat Walter Payton's record in Dallas. This guy's already the all-time rushing leader, and they're trying to make it seem like Kirby Wilson gave him the cherry on top of his career in Arizona.
Kirby Wilson is what made Emmitt Smith. So we got our first comment right here. Welcome to UAB. Sorry he's late. It's okay, man. We're basically still just starting. I'm on the mushroom stage right now.
I'm knocking back some Sierra Nevadas.
Nice. Go for it. No, Kirby Wilson's like the worst coach I've ever seen in almost any of these leagues.
I replied to the USFL Bandits Twitter account with the Bandits fan account kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, Kirby Wilson's the guy in your fantasy league that takes a kicker in the 10th round.
But that kicker made a fucking sick field goal today.
He did. No, he did. And he made a 60-yarder last week, dude. So, or 61-yarder. Like, so, I mean, I will give him that. Like, or no, and like, well, no, what is it? No, the guy from the Panthers made the 60-yarder last week.
Yeah, the guy from the Panthers.
Dude, and that's the team that lost off of
61.
Yeah, that's the Panthers made a 60-yarder last week. That's the same team that lost on a fucking like 16-yarder. I've watched I think I've only missed like 2 or 3 games, and even then I caught like some of them of the league so far. And I'm
absolutely insane.
And I'm over 55% against the spread. So
that cream cheese. So the spreads, I've been going pretty decent every other week, and then for the last 3 weeks, I've only been playing overs, and it's been doing pretty good for me.
You know what I've been doing the last 3 weeks is I've been trying, because this is like going to be one league where I'm going to do every game in the entire season of playoffs against the spread and just kind of figure out my record at the end. But where I really
with the XFL.
What I really have been killing the last couple of weeks is just doing money line parlays, loading up and fading the shitty coaches of Jeff Fisher, Kirby Wilson, and Kevin Sumlin, where it's just like, okay, well, these teams are going to lose. Who are they playing? Load those up in a money line parlay, pop them. And I got this week I did that threesome, and it's a plus 157. And when the Generals were minus 400, and the other two are minus 230. I don't know, like plus 157 to get all 3 of those heavy favorites. And I guess if it comes down to the final one, I can do a first half hedge or something.
You could definitely figure out a way to hedge that for sure. Like my play is always.
But do you really believe in the gamblers in the fourth quarter?
Well, the other thing I've done is I do gamblers halftime, like first half, and then I live bet against them in the second half.
Yeah, that's the move. That's definitely the move. But I think this new league has legs, dude. I don't know. What do you think?
I think it does too. I think both the new leagues are going to. I think all of the new leagues are going to have legs. I think the USFL. Obviously, they're going to need to move away from the hub city in year 2.
I've always kind of thought it's bullshit how many college football programs there are feeding the NFL. And when you think about it, it's such a high ratio of guys that don't make it. There's so many college stars. And it's like, why should those guys career? why should their careers end at like age 22, 23, dude? Like, why do they immediately got to go to the local dealership in Oklahoma or whatever? Like,
why is their career just done all of a sudden?
go sell Corvettes in Norman or whatever they do. What do they do? Like, but now you can play in the spring.
Yeah, now you can play in the spring. You got guys in the CFL like Swag Kelly's in the CFL.
Yeah, dude. You know, I was texting Colby during the game, host of the USFL gambling podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. But dude, I was texting Colby and I was like, what they need to do is as they expand the schedule. Because the original USFL in the 80s had an 18-game schedule. So we're at 10 right now. So let's say we add that.
They also they had more teams too, I think, didn't they?
Yes. But that's what. So every time they expand 2 to 4 teams, like I say, the next expansion should be like 4 teams. But then after that, like 2 at a time. You know, kind of keep it reasonable. But once we get to a reasonable number of teams, add 2 games each time you expand until we get to that 18-game schedule with that solid like 22. I think they because like the original one went from like 10 to 12. Like they expanded too fast. This time they just need to do it
super fast. That and then trying to go to fall right away.
Okay, so we have that was, I mean, there's a whole documentary about that bullshit. But here's the thing. So I would expand 4 teams next time around, right? And my 4 teams are the Memphis Showboats.
Gotta have the Showboats, in my opinion. Gotta have them.
Gotta have them. The Oakland Invaders. Now that the Raiders are gone, dude, give me the Oakland Invaders all day.
I think a team in Oakland would be really good.
I'm also on board with the San Antonio Gunslingers.
Like that move, they don't have 2 teams in Texas then, right?
They would have 2 teams in Texas, and it would be an East and West Texas rivalry too.
I think that's a good move.
Yep. Okay. And then the 4th one, Washington Federals, because dude, now you're capitalizing on a weak NFL market. Like, go after places the NFL just left or has ignored, and then like
Memphis, the XFL in 2020, like St. Louis was super popular.
So I think like for the next 4 teams, you go after 2 NBA cities that don't have football, Memphis, San Antonio, and you go after 2 like either former NFL cities or one with such a weak team like the Washington Commanders that the Federals would become the most popular team in town overnight if they're halfway competent.
Okay, get these kind of ready to go. I'm gonna start the chicken now.
That's the shame about Jeff Fisher being the Michigan Panthers coach. Like, Detroit Michigan fans do not deserve the Lions and now dude, why did you name a team a cat name and get Jeff Fisher on board? You're cursing this franchise. I mean, I get it. The Panthers were the original, but dude, that's tough to watch.
Well, it's a sick logo too.
It is a sick logo. It really is.
Get this pan ready.
I mean, people have talked about an LA team, but I say take that the old LA team. What was it? The LA Express.
Yeah, it was the Express, I think.
Dude, move them down to San Diego.
That's what the XFL is doing. I think that's what the XFL is doing next year. They're moving their LA team down to San Diego. I think.
See, that's a smart move. Yeah, no, if the XFL is already in San Diego, USFL should probably try and go to LA and play some big dick one-upsmanship on it.
Well, that's why I think that's why the XFL is probably going to leave. That's why they're not going to be in Tampa. And that's why they want to move their Florida team to Orlando.
Okay. You know what? I was thinking of I had a kind of maybe a Tony Soprano fever dream. But what if they started bringing in teams from any given Sunday, like the Miami Sharks in one of these leagues?
That would be awesome.
Just let Oliver Stone. Why don't we have an Oliver Stone league?
Welcome to UAB. Hit it right on the head. The Panthers cut the number 1 overall pick. Out of a decision making they've had,
dude. Yeah. I mean, dude, no, for real though. That was hilarious. And dude, they did that week before week 7? Holy!
They did that
shit.
after. Yeah, they did that in between week 6 and 7.
Meanwhile, Bo Scarborough is sitting there They could have got him. Like, I mean, yeah, obviously he's not a quarterback, but dude, that would have given him some pop out of their backfield. It's just ridiculous.
Bo Scarborough didn't even get drafted by anybody.
I know. But to me, like, if I'm Birmingham, my final running back draft pick in that would have been that big Alabama guy that like, dude, like that's just a natural fit, dude. Come on. Why did it take him that long to figure that out?
I don't know. Like, especially for a team like Birmingham, it only made sense.
You know what I would like to see is a team in Lincoln.
I'd love to see a team in Lincoln. That'd be awesome. I think rather than Lincoln, though, I think they'd put a team in Omaha. That would be sick.
Yeah, okay, yeah, because you already have like the Huskers, like
Omaha. They're thinking about maybe getting an MLS team. I think.
Oh, I want Vegas to get an MLS team, dude. I would get season tickets for that.
Vegas should have every sport.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't like this idea of a fucking expansion NBA team. Give us the Sacramento Kings. I'm saying it. It already fits, dude. The Kings. You don't even need to change it.
You got the Knights.
Now you got the Kings and the Kings.
You already have the Knights. The Kings go perfectly with it.
Dude, and you rebrand the Kings to make it look like a king from a suit of cards? Dude, it'd be sick, dude.
Also, welcome to UAB in the chat. Also, shouting out Skip Holtz is a fraud scammer. Yeah, I believe.
Yeah, I took New Orleans this week.
I took them on the points. No, wait, I didn't, because
I took 3.5.
Birmingham always has some magic way of winning.
I took 3.5 because I think that game's going to come down to a field goal one way or the other, and I want to be on the side with the 3.5 on it.
I couldn't get 3.5 at the books I go with, so I didn't want just 3 because I could very easily see it going to 3. Or like going to overtime and like getting a 4 or something out of it.
Oh, dude, a 4 in overtime. Like, yeah, what's up with these overtime rules, dude?
They're weird. They're wonky for sure. But these new leagues like to try new things, and
I appreciate it because, like, remember the ABA? That's where we got the dunk contest and 3-point shot, and those are now staples of basketball. So
exactly.
I think also NBA. Like, here's the thing: is I think the NBA expansion, you have to bring back the Sonics, right? But move the Kings to Vegas because Sacramento, fuck them. I used to have to go to Sacramento once, twice a year as a kid. It sucks.
I've never actually been to that city, but I don't hear great things about it.
Actually, Old Town Sacramento is pretty cool because it's legit, like still like the original like cowboy planks, like walking down like the in front of the storefronts. Like it's kind of cool. But yeah, the rest of the city is just a garbage fest. The California State, unless you have to go to this California State Capitol, you have no reason to go.
So basically, unless you're going for a school trip, don't go. Yeah,
pretty much. I kept winning history contests as a kid, so I had to keep going there for shit. And funny side note: there is one time we had to go to meet in the office with a local state senator because he was from our hometown, and like we kind of knew we went to school with his daughter, or she was about to go to school with us the year after. And anyway, we went in there. And then, like a few months after we went to his office, he got busted in one of the biggest fraud and like state scandals in like California history. Is like he was funneling all kinds of money to like shady oil companies, like frack all over like country club neighborhoods. Maybe I don't know. It was something like that though.
So here's the comment that does burn me. Mike Riley is going to be a championship winning coach. Does that burn for a Nebraska fan, or are we proud of him? So I've always liked Mike Riley as like an alternative football league coach. I liked him in the CFL. I liked him in the AAF. I liked him in the XFL. I didn't like him as a Nebraska college coach. He just can't win in the Big Ten. He can win in any of the minor leagues. Like he can win in the XFL. He can win in the CFL. He can win in the Pac-12.
His Oregon State teams would put like that one out of every. He would put that like recruiting class together one out of every 4 or 5 years, and they would go on a run.
He just couldn't do it at Nebraska, which is fine. Whatever.
He couldn't do it with the Chargers either.
But guess what? Still had a better overall record than Scott Frost.
Oh God, that's depressing.
It's very depressing.
Do you think you know what I like about Riley is because like I've heard Colby talk about this and it seems to have usually been more passing oriented or whatever. But I remember him riding a Mr. Steven Jackson for a couple years there.
Yeah, like he's always like when he was coming to Nebraska, I build him as a pro style offensive guy, which just means like drop back quarterback, normal running back.
You're taking more snaps under center, essentially.
Exactly. Like that was a big thing that he would do. But you've seen like in the perfect example in the USFL, when he gets like a dynamic playmaker like DeAndre Johnson, he'll use him.
Yeah, I know. I think he really does adapt to his talent because, like, you look at his. Was he the coach when they had Ocho Cinco and Hushmanzada at Oregon State, or is that Dennis Erickson?
It might have been him. He coached there for a minute.
He coached there twice too. Like that's the thing is you got to. But like, okay, great example. Like he definitely coached Brandon Cooks and Steven Jackson, and you look what he did with both those guys.
Good example.
You know, like one guy becomes like a 120 catch guy in college or whatever, dude, which is unheard of at that level. And the other guy's like a fucking close to 2,000 yard back. Like,
I'm gonna wait on this water to boil.
And like, I mean, I think college coaches really like do have the edge in leagues like this because they're used to rotating talent.
I think so too. Well, especially like someone like him. Well, so I feel like his biggest advantage in coaching in leagues like this is he's coached in leagues like this before. Like
yeah.
Like the guys that are doing the only one that's an outlier to me. Like I expected Mike Riley to do really well. I expected Bart Andrus to be pretty good. The only one that I didn't expect to do really well that is like statistically and record wise doing really well is Skip Holtz.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised on Larry Fedora. I thought he was a little bit of a wild card, and I'm disappointed.
I thought he could be up in the air. Yeah, I thought Larry Fedora or Kevin Sumlin could have gone either way in my opinion.
Yeah. Like Kevin Sumlin to me was like the ultimate coin toss in this. It was either going to go like amazing. It was either going to be a Stallions type run, or it's going to be what they've done.
Like, I could have seen Kevin Sumlin and Larry Fedora being flipped. That's how I like going.
Yeah.
That's how I viewed it. I viewed it as like those guys are pretty similar coaching wise in my brain.
But I expect a lot more from Todd Graham. I think I broke up. I expect a lot more from Todd Graham.
Oh, dude.
Like, so, I mean, I picked the Bandits as my team going into this, right? Because I was like, well, the Bandits were originally named the Bandits because of Smoking the Bandit, because Burt Reynolds is one of the owners. I'm in. Like, Burt's my hero.
They have a great theme song, and Bandit Ball is perfect to say.
Bandit Ball, Steve Spurrier. I mean, dude, it was a brand back in the day, and I wanted to get on board with that.
They should have brought the head ball coach back.
They should have brought the ball coach back for But like, here's the thing: is I've kind of now become a Generals fan because a couple weeks in, I realized, wait,
they're fun to watch.
Well, that, and I realized it's gonna be North versus South, and I got both the Stars and the Generals because I'm like, dude, Pittsburgh and Panthers are awful. Go with the other two teams, and I bought them both at plus 850.
I got the Stars at plus like 900, and I got the Breakers at plus 750. Those are my tickets.
I kind of like just leaned in on the North with Stars and knowing I'm going to have a plus 850 ticket on one of the teams in the championship.
That'd be a nice move. That'd be a real nice move. And then that gives you like a good hedge opportunity.
Yeah. Because then I can just like load it out the other way. Or, I mean, I don't know if it's the Generals in there. Like, I might just fucking ride it all the way. Because, like, I thought when DeAndre Johnson went out, it's like, okay, is Perez really he's not going to bring that rushing element to their game. And I was giving them like a crazy, like multi-headed rushing attack when you have a quarterback and multiple running backs that can get it all get it done. But Perez is like becoming that perfect, like Trent Dilfer on the 2000 Ravens game manager. Like,
that's what he's always been. He's always been that.
And you know, like this is like my kind of offense where like you're a power run heavy, but you have that crazy guy like Cavante Turpin on the outside that you just create different ways to get him into space after you soften the defense with the power run. And just get like that one play where they ran him on like that cross route where he caught it and just ran it for the 24-yard touchdown like it was nothing. I mean, that was amazing. Like it's like, and like a guy like him really needs to prove, like they need to put him on kick returns.
They need to, yeah. So they need to put people like Turpin on kick return. I'm telling you that.
Because like that's where his role is going to be at the NFL level too. Like give him that showcase opportunity. And also, dude, he's probably going to break one or two to the house. Like, but like scheme it to make him your full-time like returner. Like, I don't know. But what do I know? I'm just a guy that
I think he was on the return team when he was at TCU as well.
I think so. Yeah. You're more dialed in with big. You know, I'm gonna go grab a beer out of my fridge real quick if you don't mind.
Do it. Go ahead. I got this on lock. Got the chicken cooking. I'm waiting for the water to boil. This water boiling situation is taking longer than I thought. I think the issue, if I had to describe any issue I'm going to be having, I'm going to have hard pasta probably, which sucks, but that's what I'm going with right here. Inside Cooking Talk. Every Friday night, Kevin Sumlin buys Walmart chocolate chip cookies, then takes them home to have his wife swap the packaging to make them seem like they were homemade, like clockwork. Every Friday, he brings chocolate chip cookies to the coach's office, a tray full of Walmart cookies. It was the weirdest thing I heard through the coaching grapevine. So apparently, I believe this wholeheartedly, UAB, that Kevin Sumlin just tried to pass off Walmart chocolate chip cookies as homemade.
Oh, that's dude. That wraps up their season in a nutshell. Like, whoa, man. That's like I saw a Twitter post recently of a lady that was trying to pass off Popeyes as home cooking.
Oh, dude, I saw. Did you hear about the restaurant in LA that was doing that?
They were like, yeah, they were going to Popeyes and then like reselling it to people.
Exactly. They were going to. It was like this hipster place in Venice, and they were going to Popeyes every day to get like biscuits and chicken and everything.
Yeah, and then they were just
and selling it at like $11 for a meal or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, hey, dude. You know, because I used to work as a cook myself, and I dabble in the culinary arts around the home. My girlfriend trusts me to do a lot of the main course prepping here, but I've gotten really good at getting roasts and making my own homemade roast beef. Because I got a deli slicer for Christmas.
Look at you!
Been really dial in my roast beef, and maybe you could help me out with this because like. Now I'm thinking about starting like a little roast beef pop-up spot around Vegas because I'm kind of in with a couple like event people now. So it's like, hey, maybe I can do one of these like every month or two and pocket a few bucks and just have people taste my amazing homemade roast beef. But I realize I need the right bread for this.
You do need the right bread combination with that, yeah. Are you trying to do like sandwiches or what are you trying to do with it?
Yeah, I want to do I was thinking sliders mostly. And I was thinking like kind of sliders with like a little like horseradish mayo situation and like some Swiss or provolone or your cheese of choice or whatever.
I just gotta add the pasta and fucking hope for the pray. I gotta pray here, boys.
I believe in you, man.
I gotta add this pasta and just pray that it works out. Oh Jesus Christ!
Dude.
I just spilled pasta all over my sink.
Well, I mean, it's in the right place to get washed off. You're gonna boil it anyway.
No, I'm gonna throw the stuff in my sink away. That's garbage.
Really?
This is garbage pasta right here. Garbage.
I'd salvage that
in the trash.
You know, I have a pasta maker, but I can't. I don't know. Maybe it's the climate here in the desert, but it fucking sucks.
Dude, welcome to UAB in the chat. Smart man, smart move. Ruben with your roast beefs.
Ruben roast beefs?
You can do a roast beef, Ruben.
Oh, I love this idea. Yeah, because it's only like a corned beef. Yeah. Okay, what if I do like a trio And so it's like I have like a Reuben one, like a horseradish one, and then like a third. Like what would be a good third option? Oh, like mozzarella and like marinara.
That'd be really good. Yeah, I think I could see that with a roast beef. Yeah, that would work. I would say, see, you can roast beef though.
So like with
You
the
could do like a
horseradish,
spicy mustard one.
see, I'm thinking like a horseradish one is the classic,
That
right?
works. I hate horseradish, and that works.
Okay, you have the horseradish is the classic, and then you have welcome to UAB. I love that I can't see the chat, but keep the or maybe I can if I click over here.
You might be able to. There should be a comments option.
Oh yeah, dude. Okay. So Reuben definitely on the table. All right, you go Reuben now for the third one because I think the classic with horseradish always just a classy choice. I like your idea of doing like some kind of atomic mustard thing though. Provolone grain mustard bacon. Oh.
Ooh. That would
Okay. I can get on board with that, dude. Like,
let me see. What do I do for the
there's
sauce
this
here?
spot in downtown LA, Kohl's. It's pretty famous. They shot a lot of Mad Men scenes there. But Tuesday nights they would do this amazing like $6 like amazing old fashions, and you'd get a half a sandwich and tater tots. Their tater tots were covered in you can get them hot with this like amazing hot garlic sauce. But then the French dips is what they're known for there. Then you can get pastrami, like turkey or the beef. But they had this atomic mustard there that was next level. So what if I also offer like an au jus option on the side with all of them?
An au jus option with any roast beef sandwich is amazing. I'm just going to say that off the bat.
So they all come with the au jus option. You got the horseradish, you got the Reuben. Now, I like the idea of a mozzarella and provolone and marinara. Or what about like some guacamole and like kind of like more of a Southwest flavor, like some pepper jack or something?
That could be a really strong move. You're hitting up the Southwest. That's kind of like all the craze nowadays.
Well, I mean, I live in the Southwest, you know.
Shit. We're all good here, folks. It's all coming along.
You all right?
Just spilling water.
See, you're rocking a copper pan there. I'm a big fan myself.
Oh, yeah. Non-stick, baby.
Yeah. None of that stick stuff around here.
Let the butter melt. And once the butter melts down, I'm going to add my cheese, my garlic, my other seasonings to the sauce. And then I can add the chicken back in there.
Hey, by the way, too, I think if you gave Perez like 5% better, 10% better, like receiving core outside of Turpin, dude, his numbers explode because he had so many drop passes and guys not running the right routes on him. Like,
he had a lot of drop passes.
I mean, there was a couple there where it's like, dude, that might have been a touchdown for like 80. But it's like he reads the defense right. I don't know. I think
I just used that much Parmesan.
Oh man,
That was a mistake.
You got to come out to Vegas and I'll make some Sunday gravy for us. Where I use like a pound. I make like 3 pounds of meatballs with veal, beef, and pork, and then I'll do like a pound or two of like pork neck bones, and then a pound of braciole, and then like or maybe 2 pounds of braciole, something. I don't know. It depends on what the deals are at. And then and then I'll do some like veal, like fucking veal cubes in there too.
That's on as fuck, dude.
Yeah, so what I do is, I slow cook that shit all day in the pot and like with the the tomato sauce and everything, get everything going. But then when you take all the meat out, you have a huge meat course, and then you have all the sauce and pasta to go with it.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah, it's great. And then what I do is, I don't eat all the meat, so I spend the next week eating. Oh, I also do, you got to do sausage in there too. But you go, the key is sear everything before you throw it in the sauce, and then let it slow cook in there. Like get up to it. But what I've learned is like, dude, I just make meatball sandwiches, sausage sandwiches, and like pork sandwiches for like a week after that spaghetti night.
Whew. I actually have some time to relax right now. I didn't think I would get some time to relax tonight, so I'm gonna have a little glass of wine.
All right, that's what I'm talking about.
Let me get some. I got some white wine here.
Yeah, Jim, Chase and I need to get you a horse and get you your own stable started.
Ooh. Oh God. It would be my first NFT.
Yeah, I felt weird about it too, but then you want to hear a little funny story about NFTs, like with the horses?
I'm down. I also, like, just before you get into that, it does seem like the most sense-making NFT out of any of them, just because it's like an actual thing.
I use it all. I use them all the time to race for money.
Like, it's not just a picture of a monkey.
Yeah. I don't understand that stuff at all. And like I kind of understand the NBA. I never got into NBA Top Shots and stuff.
I understand. Well, Top Shots, it's like trading cards.
It's a baseball card. Yeah. It's just a new version. It's a digital card. I get that.
Yeah.
But like with the horses, like no, I could actually race these and like you breed them to make more of them. Like
they're like fucking degenerate Neopets.
Yeah. It's pretty sweet. But like it's very weird. Like I won't lie. But once I crossed that bridge, I got into like I do all these Zed accounts. I have like the show and I have a Twitter account for that. But then like I follow a lot of Zed people too on my account. And so all these random NFT people keep getting suggested to me. And like, because some of these Zed people are just huge NFT people and got into Zed for that.
Yeah, you probably get like a healthy mixture of my blind assumption is you get a healthy mixture of people who just are like in it for Zed, people who are degenerate gamblers into it, horse people, and NFT people.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So they've been doing these live events here in Vegas for the Triple Crown races. I'm going to one for Belmont next week, but I went to the Kentucky Derby and Preakness. And for the Preakness one, it was me, my girlfriend, and my friend from work, and we're hanging out there. And there was this like group of like NFT dudes that like are like, and they you could tell like they were just dressed so preppy and weird, and they were talking about hiring this artist and getting this person for promotion, this and that.
NFT, like specific, like straight up NFT people are weird.
Yeah, and like because like this was sponsored by this guy who's very cool, Ryan, who runs NFT Vegas, and he does all these events for NFT things. And he got in touch with Zed Run to start doing these things. And so it's like so it's like yes, these kind of events is that exact cross section of like degenerate gamblers and these weird NFT like people. And so I walked up to this group of dudes and I was like, hey, are you guys into what stables do you guys have? Or like, what do you guys have in your stables kind of thing? Just trying to make small talk. Cause like I run a lot of races. I would probably recognize some of the stable names. And then like, they're all like, they looked at me like I asked them where to find good, like linguine in Turkey, like they gave me this weird look. Like, I'm like, what are you talking about? Stable. I'm like, you're at a NFT horse racing event. Like, do you have any, like, you don't even know, you're just trying to get your NFT off the ground and network with someone here because you heard this is
they stopped paying attention after you said NFT. The horse racing doesn't apply to them.
Yeah. And that was the Preakness one. For the Kentucky Derby one, when they ran the Kentucky Derby on the big screen in there, I can tell most of the people there that was the first time they've ever watched a horse race. And that was the first time they've ever seen someone have money on a horse race and lose. And that was me. But yeah, it's a very, very weird mix of people. But I'm going to get my breeding operation up and going pretty soon where I'll be popping out 3 a month. I already told Colby I'll give him one. I think I don't know, like one of my first males out of this new program we're going to be running is just going to be named XFL Jim, and I will give them to you. So
I appreciate that. That means a lot.
But I'll run him the first 3 races, and if he's really good, I'll keep him.
You're like a digital horse pimp.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I am. No, actually, I am like trying to make it like affordable and cheap for everyone, and I'm gonna like keep the cost down. Like, I don't mind taking a hit selling stuff to people if they want to get involved. No, I'll just say that.
This is I'm just gonna iterate for everybody here. When you have downtime like this in the kitchen, it doesn't happen very often. Use that time to clean the fuck up.
Oh yeah.
Because I got a little bit of time right now. I got about 6 minutes until I gotta fuck with this pasta.
This is such a better meal than I'm about to have in a little bit. Where I'm gonna reheat some slices of a frozen pizza I made last night.
I mean, that's not what kind of pizza.
An Albertsons brand one.
Okay.
Those are actually really good. They're better than DiGiorno's. I've ran all the tests.
You've like actually tested it out. You've done all the math.
Yeah. I've sat in a lab. I wear a lab. You know, sometimes I got to wear a lab coat for my day job. So I wear scrubs and a lab coat. I look like a scientist or like a surgeon walking around.
It's like how right now I look like a chef because I'm a chef.
Yeah. Oh, so this is your day job?
This is my day job right now. Can't you tell how serious I am with this mustache right now?
Yeah, no, you legit look like no offense, but you look like an executive chef at a cheesecake factory. And I think that's a compliment because those guys make
I don't think that's offensive at all. Yeah. I was like, Cheesecake Factory is pretty nice. That's kind of upscale for what I was expecting.
You look like the kind of guy that can manage a menu of 500 pages, is what I'm saying.
I look like the kind of man who gets drunk in the kitchen.
Well, I mean, that's what it's all about. That's why I like doing my pasta sauce the way I do, because I glaze fry the garlic in a little oil and then glaze it with some wine. And then once I open that bottle of wine, it's like, well, I'm just going to drink it now. And so,
I mean, to be fair though, real chefs do Coke in the back.
They do. Real chefs have a pinky nail the size of my dick. They fucking blast more rails than the fucking closing scene of Scarface in.
Oh, dude, chefs go hard.
Yeah.
Jon Favreau should have shown that in the movie.
Yeah, dude. Like, we should get together. Hey, let's get together like for a weekend in like Reno or Laughlin, some bootleg town, or Atlantic City or some shit. And we're just gonna we'll do like an ounce of Coke, and we'll write the next great coked out chef movie.
Are you trying to wrap me up in a Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas situation right now?
No, because we'll do it in Atlantic City. It'll be Fear and Loathing in Atlantic City. I've done a lot of Fear and Loathing trips over my life, but I usually do them up in Northern California.
Seems like a good place to do it.
Yeah. Go do it in Jerry Garcia's motherland when you're going to go do that stuff. Yeah, real chefs rock fucking hard. That's damn right. Welcome to UAB. Like, also,
yes,
okay, he says NFTs need some time to simmer before buying and sort of crash. Okay, yes, the NFT market's crashing, but the Z market, okay. The Z market is kind of crashing along with that crypto crash on the seller's front. And I have a few up for sale right now. And I'm feeling the pinch there. But it's the best time ever for buyers to buy a very good horse for like 15, 20 bucks in Z. And I'm not going to speak. I will not speak for the NFT community as a whole. I will only speak for digital horses. But Jim, have I told you my theory here?
No, what's your theory?
Well, there's already like digital greyhound startups going, and and Sean Green and I keep like putting our names on the waiting list for the drops for when they first come out, because like of course we're gonna get into that, right? But the next step after the greyhounds is like fighting dogs and fighting rooster NFTs.
Yo, someone called Mike Vick.
There will definitely be NFT dog fights. There will definitely be NFT cockfights. I want to be an NFT cockfighter myself. But then you know what the final step is before we all just get sucked into some weird Black Mirror, like fucking awful version of reality, is it'll be like a NFT version of the Deer Hunter, like Russian roulette stuff.
I was gonna say that or like gladiators, like
Yeah.
legit
No, they already
gladiators.
have that, dude. Red Village. Yeah.
Okay.
But Red Village is more like fantasy themed. So there's like wizards versus gladiators versus, like each one has their own strengths or whatever.
The sauce isn't as saucy anymore, but it's working. It's working for me. Okay, I'm gonna move the pasta over now.
Yeah, welcome to UAB. I also was a prep cook, like in like high school, like early kind of college, or when I should have been going to college years when I was like not going to class. So, but yeah, dude, working in a kitchen can be a lot of fun, especially at a place like when I did it in my early 30s. It was me trying to get my life back together, and that wasn't as fun. But yeah, when you're 19, it's the best time ever. No, virtual cockfighting. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I'm with you. Okay.
No, virtual cockfighting I'm all about.
Okay. I've Googled this a lot up and down, and like I've searched it every which way. There's a couple guys out there have proposals for it that are looking for seed money for their projects. But like, I'm not down to invest money into like randos off the internet's like cockfighting. Like, I'm not that big of a degenerate yet. Like, so what we need like a proven like digital cockfighting. Like, we need to find like, okay, I think if we just took like Zed Run, right? It came from a game called Crypto Kittens, where people could breed crypto kittens, right? Like digital cats. And then this guy saw that and he was like, wait, why are people just breeding digital cats? You can't even pet them. Like, what's their cats? They're not, it's not like they're hunting mice for you. I want to breed. Why don't we do this with horses, but like race horses that you can? So that's how Zed Run came around. So with cockfighting, we need to find like I don't know, like one of these sadistic like I don't know, like the guy that did Napster or something. He needs to take it. It needs to be somebody like that. Like the guy that trained Zuckerberg. But yeah. So what you need to do is like go back to that crypto kitten code. Because can you breed the cocks? Was what I want to know. Because if you're going to breed the cocks, only the cocks fight. But if we're going to be able to breed them to create new champions, then hens have to be available too. And hens but one cock could impregnate a hen for like multiple. It's a whole like thing of eggs.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you're making this way too intense.
Well, dude, I'm trying to think of every angle.
This is a lot.
Because
I need another glass of wine.
So in like Zed Run, you can breed your male. If you have a stallion, he can breed 3 times a month. But your females can only each breed 1 time a month. So like what I'm trying to work up to, and I already have 1 and 2. So I'm finding that third piece of the puzzle. You get that really good breeding one, and then the other 3 breeding females. In-house, you can do 3 a month. Yeah, you do need a video game programmer. But more importantly, it needs to come with gambling built into it. So you need to get like a DraftKings guy who can invent a bunch of weird, just betting on the fucking matches straight up, whatever. People will get bored of that real sick. We need like daily fantasy cockfighting. Like we need to be thinking about the like
DFS.
Like digital cockfight. Yeah. Like we need to take this to a whole new level. Like we need to be thinking way bigger. Because this could be the first cockfighting that's actually allowed in the Vegas Strip, if you think about it. Because it's not actual roosters getting maimed, we're doing them digitally.
It's true. I bet they outlaw that eventually.
No, I honestly, like, I think, like, dude, I think we get, like, what about like, if we did, like, Revolutionary War duelers, like, NFTs? where you could buy like your own fucking like guy from 1780 or whatever that's just popping around with his little like musket gun, like handgun thing.
Little flintlock.
Yeah, dude, and then a little flint rock, a little dude, and then straight up Aaron Burr and Alexander Hamilton taking pop shots at each other. Like, I mean, how bad? Not to get all Broadway musical on you there.
No, that's sick. That I can see it. I can see it working. The cockfighting is interesting. The dog racing is super interesting to me. I always have dog racing as a special place in my heart because it was the first bet I ever made was on a dog track.
Oh yeah. Oh, a lot of people have that story. Mine was the horse track, but yeah,
it's usually a racetrack. I feel just because like it's
Yeah.
parents taking their kids there.
Yep. My grandparents took me, and like Boston Capper has the same dog track story because that was dog tracks was what close to him, but there was no dog tracks in California growing up. But I did get my first bet was Santa Anita.
Oh, that's a nice one to do too.
Yeah, gladiators you can purchase, dude. It's called Red Village. That's already out there. and the thing is though, those guys don't run it right. Like Zed Run runs their shit right, and that's why I have a show about it. A lot of these other games have amazing. Like some of these Greyhound games look so cool, like in theory, but they haven't actually got it off the ground yet. We're breeding dogs, like we're doing this, we're doing that. Because like the one me and Sean signed up for the first drop, and we'll pay the money when it's there. But it was like, dude, it came with a breeding pair and your first breed free when you did that drop.
Whoa.
So it's like, yeah, like there's so many good ideas.
Oh no.
But who's executing? Zed's the only people executing right now. There's people trying to pop up as competitors as that, like Photo Finish. And like, dude, yeah, that seems like it's a more detailed real life horse racing experience. But how many people are buying $150,000 horses on that? Like,
yeah, that's so expensive. That's fucking insane. I'm not gonna do that.
I mean, that's the top level of Zed Run. But like, dude, there's honestly so many amazing horses on the market right now for under $50.
Meal complete, under an hour. Suck it, Italy.
Oh yeah, dude. 59:13, dude.
Suck it, Italy. What does my timer say? I got 6 minutes and 35 seconds left on my timer.
Hey,
Boom.
can you Venmo some of that food to me? How does that work?
I can eat it and be like, this is pretty trash or this is good. Let's see if it's trash or good.
Dude, and I just sit here and drink and like eat like a couple like yogurt covered cranberries, and
I'm letting it cool down right now because these mushrooms are hot as fuck right now.
dude, I like welcome to UAB's idea here of buying virtual hoes and be a virtual pimp.
That would be a real thing. That's going to be legit.
That's gonna happen.
Especially
like
VR.
remember I mean, you guys old school Leisure Suit Larry?
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's the next evolution of that, but it's like you have your pimp name and like, dude, yeah, and you own NFT hose. Because what's a hose percentage? 0%.
Okay. First bite of the chicken Alfredo. It's good. It's good. The Alfredo sauce can maybe be a little creamier. I think that's just because I let it sit a little too long, but it's really good. The pasta came out way better than I thought it would.
After dropping half the pasta in the sink?
Chicken's a little rubbery. Just a smidge. I don't know what I did there to fuck that up, but still good.
Yeah, I like to see you happy.
That bite's fine. Maybe it was just the one bite.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Don't judge it all off one bite, you crazy asshole.
I'm going to give it the chicken Alfredo 7 out of 10. Pretty good. Could maybe be a little more flavorful.
What about virtual jousting nights? I mean, that's got to be already in the.
That's
gotta be
badass.
in the
I
works.
mean, Zed Run should do something like that.
Dude. No, you know where I think Zed Run's gonna like here because this is already in the works. Like I've talked, like I'm now in the loop going to these live events where I've talked to a couple of like the big developers on it, and like their party mode, like that's kind of these events I've been going to. I'm seeing the early versions of party mode, and it's fucking sick. Where like a
Nice.
bunch of friends could get together and just put it on a screen and all put their horses into this one race together, and everybody do a side bet, whatever, like it'd be so much fun doing that. And also, like, I love the idea of match racing, where like, dude, what's the climax of the movie Seabiscuit? The match race versus Man-O-War, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you got this beast fucking this beast horse in Zed, what if we did like 1,000? I did the math. What was it, like a 1,024 would be the big the first version of the 1,000-man bracket going all the way down. Like if you expanded March Madness all the way out, or 1,048, something like that. But yeah, like you're just having this massive bracket, and it's just a bunch of one-on-one matchups, and you never know what's the way the algorithm works on these horses and stuff. So it's like you could get the best ones knocked out in like the first 2 rounds, and it's a bunch of Cinderella stories going down the line. Like, dude, like I've also like, so have you heard about the Atari and their place in the gambling world right now?
Who? Like the gaming?
Atari, yeah, like the old school video game company.
All right, before we get into this, let me try this stuffed mushroom.
All right. That's pretty. That looks really good. Hold them up to the camera here. Hold, like.
Here's the other one, so the full one.
It's way just yeah. There you go, dude. Like, yeah. Let's see how that looks, and like show it where you took the bite mark. Let's see the layers of it. See, I can help you. I can help you become the next Guy Fieri, the Guy Fieri for D-Gens. Let me produce and get you the angles. Like, get that chicken and pasta up against the camera.
Oh,
let's
dude,
see it.
Once I actually get multiple cameras in here, then we're playing with fire.
Dude, I like we're welcome to UAV. What if I'm gonna take this up a notch. Oh, okay. Atari. What Atari's doing is they're being the first company to like start building metaverse. They're all about gaming. They build slot machine, like them and Konami are the 2 biggest slot machine companies in Vegas. And so what Atari's about to do is they're about to open a casino on the Vegas Strip in the next couple of years. And since they're one of the main investors and sponsors of Zed Run, I think, like, and here's just my dream, is they open up like on like the 20th floor of their hotel tower, like a Zed room where you can put VR goggles on and literally watch your horses run down the fucking strip.
So that's actually really cool. So when I was in Japan, at the actual just real arcades there, the top level of the Jimnasium room, and they have these virtual horse racing games where you have like a physical card that you plug into a machine, and then it's your horse. The stats accumulate and everything. And they had this table about the size of this counter all the way down that was a screen. You could just see your horse run like on an actual track on.
They have that. I've seen that at the Win here, or something similar, something really similar to that, where there's like a huge like screen presentation and like a.
Oh yeah,
it's a trip, dude. Like, I don't know, I think there's a lot of potential for this. Also, I think like the idea of NFT like sports leagues, or what if there's a league where we could all be NFL owners, so to speak, and we all own franchises, like doing a fantasy football league but it's an NFT league where you're the owner and you got to decide when this contract on this player is up and it's worth more now, or
like fantasy football league where you're just like a team owner.
Yeah, but it's like a digital game. So it's like think of like combining like an actual like dynasty fantasy league with Madden. But it's like not the real players in real life. Like I can create my own like Las Vegas Outlaws or whatever, like the old XFL team.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That sounds awesome. This was delicious.
Yeah, but it's like Madden, but we all own these teams against each other. We're all like, and then there's a bunch of like these leagues, and like you're playing for your league's cup every year, like you own, or like own a basketball, whatever. Like you guys get it. But every player is an NFT, every coach is an NFT. All of these have to be renewed as they become more valuable. Like there's a random draw in the beginning for each league.
Oh, so you'd have to do like contract renegotiations, kind of.
Yeah, or you could trade them to other people in your league and see what assets you can get back that aren't expiring as fast, And like and the contract renegotiations and stuff, like okay, all that money that you have to put in for that kind of stuff that you would be putting in personally, that goes back into payouts at the end of the year for the league. Like that's how you fund the pot.
You've given these a lot of thought, man.
Yeah, I mean, because I played Madden. I was one of those nerds way back in the day where I would take NCAA football, mail my memory card for my PS2 or Xbox or whatever to some dude up in Oregon, and he would make every detailed roster of every college football team for me that was basically real life. Put that in, play the college football game, download all the draft classes, put them into Madden, and like there was a period there where I was like predicting like random dudes like DeMarco Murray that popped in the NFL for a minute that a lot of people didn't see coming, or like what was the guy the Chiefs had? Jamal Charles, another one. Like those kind of guys where they came from big programs, but like they had a specific profile that worked on those games.
Jeez, that's nutty.
Or dude, like what about just like NFT like tennis players? No one's ever gotten tennis right. I mean, but no, it's already like kind of blowing up with car stuff. Like you can do like NFT Formula One stuff and shit, and that's pretty cool. But like to me, like I don't know, the horse and dogs and cocks.
Both kinds of cocks are good for NFTs, if you ask me.
Yeah. Dude, what if we? Can you make just an NFT of Brett Favre's dick pic?
I bet you can. I bet that's already a thing.
Like, is that available, or would you have to get Brett Favre's approval to be like, hey, that thing that got you in
unless you don't deal with me, then no. You can tell Brett Favre to eat your ass.
Dude, welcome to UAB. Help make the NCAA rosters. Fuck yeah, dude. I can't remember the guy mailed it to. It was like the guy, the main. Yeah, dude. He knows what I'm talking about. Like, I was all about that, dude. Like, I was sitting there like timing teams out, like doing it every year. Where it's like, as Adrian Peterson got better each year on the college football game, it's like, okay, now it's like I can draft him in year 3, whatever. Like, he's gonna be amazing. He's gonna be an 87 as a rookie because like
it'd be dude, he was nuts.
Dude, NFT of Jenna Jameson's ass. No, they already have molds of that kind of stuff.
They probably have that in the back rooms at Madame Tussauds Wax Museum.
You know what? I did a catering gig there for Hard Rock because we were right there. I worked at the Hard Rock on Hollywood Boulevard. It's the same complex. And I got to, as I was dropping off a bunch of trays of appetizers, I took a quick lap around the whole place just to say I've seen it all there. Mm-hmm. And the coolest room is that there's like a room where you go in and it's like all dark, but it's Vito Corleone behind the desk. And you get to go sit down with him.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Well, go ahead. I'm about to finish up the cooking stream. The meal is
What
done.
what if we did NFT like Gilligan's Island? And I don't even know what that means.
Like video games now. I'm pretty sure the forest is almost that.
Yeah. I mean, dude, you can do an NFT and anything. It's as long as you can make it do something, fight somebody, do stuff, and then like make money off it. That's all.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters. This meal is all that matters. This kitchen is all that matters. You're all that matters, Scott Bowser. And you're all that matters. Welcome to UAB and everyone else out watching there. This has been Cooking with Jim. Scott, thanks for popping on. Why don't you shout out your shit before we head out?
Oh yeah, check out the Zed Run Gambling Podcast with our mutual friend, me and our mutual friend Wolf of Oakland, Chase Sessoms, and I got Malcolm Bamford all the way from the UK contributing when we can time up international schedules, and it's a lot of fun. Teach people about digital horse racing and how to get involved on a cheap level and have fun with it and compete for big money tournaments. And then my old show that you've been on before, Luck Stops Here, coming back soon. Mostly gonna be fantasy football all summer, and I'll definitely have you on for that, dude. We're gonna be talking. So I want to have you on for a special like spring league football prospect alert for fantasy drafts in August, kind of thing. Like I think we'll have a good time with that.
I can tell you this: I'm already going to be drafting Donald Parham again.
I do. Oh hell yeah! Hey, dude. You need to get in with us on some drafts though coming up for sure.
Oh, for sure. Sure.
Because I've been doing a bunch of these $5 drafts and they're so much fun.
I've been doing a couple of 25. I accidentally did a fucking super slow draft, which has been super annoying, but I'm not going to talk about that now. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye. I'll be back next week. I don't know what I'm cooking yet, but love you guys. Bye-bye. Baby.